Question. What does legibility inversion mean? Answer. When translating the sounds of a scratch record into text, there are two main ways in which they can be transcribed into the record's geometry. The logic-driven mathematic method, labeled skratch view in the example at the far left, depicts one of these contrasting approaches using the actual chronological order of the sounds as they enter the needle. This skratch view is characterized by text that has its top pointing towards the center of the record. The black sheep example to the far right, along with the fresh and sample TTM diagrams, depict this top to center mathematic orientation. Yet when viewing coins and other radial text throughout history, we can see that most currency designers etc. have used the bottom to center approach when writing text in the upper left quadrant of the circle, known as quadrant number 2 by mathematicians, to increase the legibility of upside-down words. The school of skratch example, bottom center, uses this legibility inversion to make their TTM BPM geometric diagram more clear in their breakdown of the phonetics of the scratch phrase, Fun-Kee-Dope. This approach can be confusing to students if a teacher fails to express the fact that the text has been inverted for legibility purposes. In reality, the F in fun should be closest to the black Q sticker, followed by the U, and then the K, and so on. Since the inversion is not explained in the diagram, a student may logically assume the sample being skratched was NUF-EEK-EPOD, which would have a completely different sound. A second way to invert this without using this disjointed order would be to have the words written as EPOD-EEK-NUF, with the beginning F starting nearest the Q sticker and the final E at the end of the phrase. Scale. It's also important to note that the two fresh examples are not to scale, since their actual arc length is normally much longer than those presented. While these depictions of fresh have been stretched to an atypically fast version of the sample for educational purposes, the black sheep example is a near-exact stretching of the words as they actually appear about the vinyl. Since the song, The Choice Is Yours, is actually about 101.20 beats per minute, there is a minor offset to the 100 BPM triangular structure that best fits it. The bottom of the diagram uses two discs with the colors yellow and purple to depict this 1.20 BPM offset as the words spiral towards the center at 33 1/3 RPM. The two smaller discs colored in hot pink and yellow depict a 9-sided geometric structure that would arise if the song was pressed at 45 RPM, revolutions per minute. So on the actual vinyls that were pressed at 33 1/3 RPM, the words engine and transit would not be perfectly lined up. Thus the main purple and yellow diagram depicts the song time stretched to a perfect skip-proof / skipless speed of 100 BPM.